Good morning. It is time to butcher some chickens here on the farm. I have been given quite a few chickens in the last few weeks, and we have an abundance of roosters. Unfortunately, with the weather turning cold, I don't have the space for them in the coop. So we're going to reduce our herd size by about 7 this morning, and I thought I'd just record a quick video showing you what I was doing, how I've got it set up now, and then hopefully I'll have enough hands while I'm butchering to actually show a little of that as well. Maybe I can put all this together in one video. But this is the chicken coop. Inside there is the roost. We've got water in there for them. It's heated inside ever so slightly, just enough to keep it well above freezing and not give them the pneumonia from going back and forth between the cold and the warm. It's well lit. We also have a LED light on there that's really bright that comes on at 5 o'clock in the morning, goes off at 9 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning, and then comes back on at 5 o'clock in the evening and runs until about 9 o'clock at night, so that they've got about, 17 hours of daylight roughly, so that we get good egg production out of that. Right now we've got 15 hens, and we're getting 7 to 12 eggs a day. Not all of them are producing every day right now, but we have at least 8 roosters. I'm going to keep one. Karen has told me there's a black rooster in there that she wants to keep. So the rest, there's an Americana, there's some Barred Rock, I don't know, a couple of mixed breeds roosters that are all going to be processed here shortly and then head into the freezer. This is the chicken run. You can kind of see I'm on the sunny side, but we do have some sheet metal for a roof on this side, and I've got a thinner tarp that is black. It kind of helps hold some heat and blocks down a little bit of the wind on this side without blocking all the wind. You can see the ramp where they go in and out of the roost inside into the coop, and they're all well trained. They just march them little selves right up there, and we've got an automatic door on that, so they march up there within about half an hour of dark, and in they go, and then the door closes automatically, opens up the next morning when there's a little daylight. So, and we love it. I bought it off of Amazon. So my plan today is to capture all the roosters and bring them out here. The first thing I will do is use the killing cones, drop them in there 2 at a time, bleed them, then into the pot, 150 to 155 degree water to loosen the feathers, 30 seconds to a minute. As soon as those long wingtip feathers really start to get moving, you can pull them out, and the next thing they will go into the plucker. I am excited about using this for the first time. We bought this at a Mother Earth homesteading fair this last spring, and this is my first chance to use it. We've just done single birds up to this point, but it is time. This is a yard bird model. It was the display model at the convention, and so we picked it up, saved a little money on that, and away we went. So we're going to use it today. I'll try to show you it. So after they come out of the plucker, they're going to go to the processing table. I've cleaned the top shelves off. You can probably see the bottom shelves are still a little dirty, but the top where I'm going to do processing has been cleaned and sanitized, and it is ready to go. I've got a cooler sitting there full of cold water. The guts will go into the 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to keep the livers, gizzards, and hearts. And the chickens themselves, after I finish removing the rest of the intestines and all the stuff that we're not going to eat, are going to go into that cooler full of water to set for a few minutes while I finish processing all the others. Got a garden hose set up here to rinse things down as I go, and the other garden hose comes over here to the yard bird plucker. So we'll see how that goes. I think I've got it set up pretty good. I've done a little processing in the past. I think this will be a pretty good flow. It should go killing cones, water, plucker, table, cooler. So hopefully 7 birds. It'll take me longer, I hope, to catch them than it does to process them. I can usually process a bird in just a few minutes. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to have enough hands here to hold the camera while I process, but we'll see if maybe Karen gets home from the grocery store in time, and if she does, then she can hold the camera while I finish working this up. So I'm going to get the water hot and start catching chickens and putting them in the we've got a dog crate that'll hold all of them. They're not going to like being in there, but they'll only be in there a few minutes, and that way I can have them all out here together rather than going back and forth with my processing apron on and trying to catch chickens. So I will walk you around here and let you see what we got going on. So like I said, this is the coop. Got a light on the outside we can turn on, LED light. It's nice. I'll turn this camera around a little bit. This is the inside of the coop. We've lined it all with cedar. This is the coop itself. It sits about 30 inches off the ground. These are the nesting boxes. I'll pop that open. Karen's already gathered all the eggs today. I think she said we had 18 this morning, so that was a bountiful harvest. Up here is the roost, and you can hear the girls talking. Hello, ladies. Hello. Hello. I believe that's one Karen calls Bossy. Yeah, talk to me. Hello. This is the door we can access the chicken coop to help clean it in and out. A couple of our barred rocks. I'm not sure what this all gray one here in the front is. It was a freebie. We do have water in here. I don't normally keep water in here, but because it's going to get cold the next couple of nights, bitterly cold, they may not even get out during the day. So over here we store our feed. I've got another window. I am going to put a set of shelves in this corner to kind of help clean everything up. There'll be an old set of wooden shelves that Karen's had from her family for 2 or 3 generations. I'm going to cut them down just a hair and get them to fit in that hole. And you know, we've got the grit and the laying pellets and all the things, the oyster shells. I store my deer corn in here, and this is the heater I've got in here for right now. I don't know this one we're going to keep in here. I really want a wall mount and get it mounted up there somewhere in that corner, but the last one I found was almost $200, so I'll probably hold off for just a little bit on that. But anyway, that heater in there is keeping it with the sun on this right now. Oh, what is that? Almost 55 degrees in here. So really more important at night. I've got it turned down super low, so hopefully it won't take very long to warm up. In the evening with the door closed, the coop is well insulated. So over here are the fellows. You can see, or maybe can see, that I've got the coop separated into 2 halves. The far side over there with the second gate is where all the hens are right now, and they're the only ones that have access up into the roost and the nesting boxes. The boys, they're toughing it out outside. There is I don't know if you can see it there, but I'll try to, let's see if I can pull this up. Right in there is a roost, and they all huddle up there and stay warm at night. And really more for, my intentions were more for them to have a place to get up in the daytime, but this works for right now. But now it's getting too cold. So like I said, I got 7 fellas in here, and we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 7, 6 of them are gonna go into the, yeah, they don't get along so well, so they're still working it out. They're gonna go in the freezer. And this blackish one, it's hard to see through the wire, but that's the one Karen wants to keep. She likes that one pretty well. Let's see if I can get it to focus on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the dark one. So the rest of them are barred rock crosses, and I don't know, you can't hardly see the other ones. So anyway, that's the chicken coop. From the outside here, you can see we can open these doors and clean out the coop, change all the straw out, have open access to all of the front of it. And you can see over there now where I've kind of got that far corner covered. I do have, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. You see the bucket on the left, that's the feed bucket. It's got PVC spouts that they can stick their head in and get the pellets out of. And the one directly across from me through the gate there, It is their water bucket, and you can kind of see a wire coming into the top of that. I've got a stock tank heater in there to keep the water from freezing, and that's doing a good job. But the fellows, their kitty litter bucket over here is going to freeze up pretty solid, so it's not big enough for me to put a water tank heater in, and so without good cover, I can't in good conscience keep them out tonight and next night in the super cold. So we're gonna get them processed and get the black rooster over with his buddies, girlfriends, and we're not raising him for laying right now anyway, so he's just going to be a mouth to feed, and I was going to butcher him too, but Karen wants to keep him. So anyway, we have golden comets and barred rocks and barred rock crosses over there. We really like the golden comets better. They lay big eggs. They don't eat as much feed. The barred rocks are not bad, but not exactly as good for us anyway as the golden comets, and then a couple of them are mixed breeds, you can kind of tell. So anyway, I'm going to get started on the rest of this, and hopefully I'll get some more pictures for you. See you in a bit.